What you see right here is the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. I just bought this bad boy some months ago, and I must say it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. But just because it was one of the best decisions for me doesn't necessarily mean that it's one of the best decisions for you. See, I'm a nerdy, busy, traveling book reading guy. So today you will learn the pros and cons, the honest pros and cons of the Kindle Paperwhite, so you can decide if you should buy one or not. See, I'm a freaking book nerd. I've probably read over 300 books in my life, and I've been devouring books recently in a very fast pace, about 2 to 3 books a week. Now, how I used to get my regular serving of nerd crack, meaning books, is by the Amazon store. I would ship those bad boys in chunky bulk proportions to my place. Sometimes I would have up to 20 books in one package. I love real, tangible paper books, and I was an avid opponent of moving over to digital books. I like the smell, I like the paper smell, this unique book smell of physical books. But after I've stocked up about 100 books in my physical library back at home, I had a decision to face. Either I extend my library, which would have taken a ton of space, or I make a leap of faith and move over to digital books. So while I think a home library looks freaking amazing, it still ties you down to one place and it makes it extremely hard to move. It feels like golden nerd handcuffs. So I thought I would do some soul searching and realized that there are 5 problems with my previous nerd crack, aka physical book consumption. Number 1, if you live in a country outside of the US, it takes sometimes up to 2 weeks to get your books delivered. So even if you don't want to buy stuff from Amazon, if you go to a physical bookstore near you, sometimes you have no choice than to buy from Amazon, because Amazon has the biggest selection of books. Number 2, the shipping costs of Amazon burn a freaking hole in your wallet, especially if you live in Switzerland. Number 3, the packages that you ship to your place are freaking heavy, and sometimes you need to interact or like invest time communicating with the post office to get your package delivered at the right time. Number 4, if you fail to be at home during that delivery date because you're busy or because you're traveling, you actually need to go to the post office, at least in Switzerland, and you carry that heavy package at home, and this really if you live car-free. Number 5, books in paper version are actually more expensive and they take a ton of space and are less planet-friendly in the long term compared to the digital version. So I was like, I needed to take a leap of faith and see what this Amazon Kindle stuff is all about. And I must say, after a couple of months of using this, I'm freaking amazed by what Amazon produced. Number 1, in the Kindle it takes less than 30 seconds to download any kind of book to your freaking device. And nearly every single book is found on the Kindle store. These are one of the books that I've read recently. And for example, this one I read a book about drugs, in a history of drugs in warfare, which is quite interesting. You couldn't find this at any other place. Just Kindle or Amazon store. Amazon really has a very extensive library. Number 2, there are no hidden shipping costs. Number 3, there's no need for a delivery because it's the digital version. So therefore you don't need to invest time to get your nerd crack delivered. Number 4, you can order books while you're traveling with a single tip of your finger. They have one tip or one click purchase in here. You don't need to go to a physical bookstore and you have a gigantic selection. Digital books or this Kindle itself literally takes 0 space, and you can store a couple of thousands of digital books on your Kindle. On this Kindle right here, probably have about 100 already. 100 books. Yeah. Number 6, the display is very close to paper, and you can adjust the brightness by clicking up here and changing it. This display is very freaking easy on your eyes, way easier than a normal digital screen like a computer or your phone. Number 7, the Kindle has 0 distraction. That's another benefit from the Kindle to a phone or a computer. You don't get any text notifications, any calls whatsoever. You can just read on this freaking device, on this freaking bad boy. Number 8, if you read in a bathtub, which I do, please don't judge, please don't judge. You don't have to worry because the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite and the Amazon Oasis are both waterproof. Number 9, if you go to sleep with a partner or you share your bed with someone for whatever reason you decide to do that, you don't have to distract them with a creepy nightlight. The Kindle comes with a backlight function, so in the night you can read with your Kindle. You can actually turn the color around so it's even less noisy for your partner, you know, when you sleep at night. That's freaking great. That's just awesome. It looks cool. It looks really freaking cool. Yeah. Number 10, the Kindle in general, like the Kindle Paperwhite at least that I have, is very hard to destroy. This stuff right here is tough as nails. A month ago, I came out of the bathroom. I might or might not have been in the bathtub, and I came out and I frisbee throwed it. I tried to frisbee throw it on my bed, and I missed the bed, and it turned like this Kindle smashed into the wall. Now there was a slight hole in the wall after the frisbee throw, but the Kindle was freaking fine. Like almost. There's a very slight scratch right here. So it's about 100 times tougher than an iPhone or than a Samsung, and probably a little bit less tough than a Nokia. So I think there isn't really a cover necessary. But the Kindle also has some downsides. Number 1, it will get you all the girls. And when you walk down the streets, people will try to rip this valuable away from you. I'm kidding. Number 1, the display is a little bit clunky, and somehow when I first ordered it, I expected to get like iPhone features. I thought that I could swipe the display like this. Well, it still swipes, but how you would turn the page is you push on the left side, goes back, or on the right side, goes one forward. Okay. Overall, it's black and white. I expect it to be like color. The display gets the job done, but it's quite clunky. And the reason it is clunky is because they try to save battery life. I mean, the battery lasts for about 1 week or longer, depending on how much you read. Number 2, if you're a heavy audiobook user and you prefer audiobooks over books, then I think the Kindle doesn't really make sense for you. You can just download Audible with your phone. Yeah, I mean, yes, because audiobooks actually take a lot of space on your Kindle, so I think there's no sense to that. Number 3, downside, is that the Kindle comes from Amazon. And Amazon is not really my company of choice. I would prefer if Beyond Meat or nutritionfacts.org would produce a Kindle. But right now, this is the only option that we have, I guess. So moral of the story, I actually think that the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite is better than reading physical books. There's a slight immersion period of about 1 to 2 weeks where it feels weird to read on this device. But after you got used to that stuff, it's a freaking game changer. So I think this is a no-brainer for very avid readers. Let's say you read about 1 book a week or 1 book every 2 weeks. Then the Kindle Paperwhite is simply a freaking no-brainer because the books are cheaper and there's no freaking shipping costs. So the Kindle will actually pay for itself. So if you decide to go buy a Kindle, there are 3 options that you have. The Kindle Paperwhite, and the Kindle Oasis. I would recommend the Kindle Paperwhite hands down. That's what I have. I think it doesn't really make much sense to go for the Kindle Oasis. The Kindle Oasis is simply like a fancy feature of the Kindle Paperwhite with not much extra specifications or extra features that they have. But if you're a very big book nerd and you have all the money in the world, then go for the Kindle Oasis. It costs about $270. I'll leave a link in the description. The Kindle Paperwhite costs about $100 less. You get it for about $150. I also leave a link for this bad boy below. The new normal Kindle version also seems to be quite nice. However, I wanted my Kindle Paperwhite to be waterproof. The Kindle Paperwhite is waterproof, and I think this one is also a little bit harder to destroy than the regular Kindle. This one is tough as nails. Whichever Kindle you go with, remember to buy the one without special offers. I think on Amazon you can just buy the ones with special offers, but you can go through a simple 3-step process. I think it will probably cost you $10 or so to remove the special offers from your Kindle. And special offers, what they are essentially, they are advertising on your Kindle. Just a fancy way to say advertising. And advertising is a freaking huge distraction. Go through the simple 3-step process and remove advertising from your Kindle if it annoys you. So if you're interested in that, click the link down below. If you decide to buy one, full disclaimer, I get a small commission at no extra cost for you. You know, I keep things honest, and I would recommend you this Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, even if I wouldn't get a commission. It's really freaking good.
The mission of this YouTube channel is to put veganism across the goal line. If you want to help us achieve that, like and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Let's make food production great again.